Shoshone, the tribe I was born in, the tribe I was raised in, then so violently torn apart from. I woke up in the Minotari village with almost all the people I loved taken away from me. They kept me there training to marry the chieftain's son Red Hawk. He was young and unwise, and the only thing he sought out was fame. One night I met up with Running Deer. I had devised a plan to escape, but it would only work for one person. So I sent Running Deer off to go back home. I loved her so much and felt it was my responsibility to see her to safety. One night, Tall Rock, the man who had captured me from my old tribe, came and woke me up. He was desperate to have me, so he took me from my house and tried to bring me to another tribe. But when he was least expecting it, I turned and hit him, then ran to escape him. Dazed from the blow, he could not follow me. I ended up on an island. I quickly set up a fire to warm myself. While I was sitting down warming my moccasins, a baby buffalo came and nudged my back. From then on, he became the closest thing I had to a friend. I fed him and kept him alive, and he provided me with small comfort. But one day on the island, my life changed. A very hairy white man came up to me in a boat. I told him I was stranded and needed to get back to the Minotari village. He offered to bring me there, and we set up to leave. And as we left, he killed the baby buffaloes, sparking a small hatred deep within me. As we arrived at the village, Black Moccasin, the chieftain, made it obvious he had missed me. I greatly appreciated him, and he made me feel like I still had a father. When I arrived back home, Charbonneau, the man who had rescued me from the island, decided he wanted to take my hand in marriage. But so did Red Hawk and Laborg, a chieftain of another Minotari tribe. So they played the hand game, where each person puts seeds in one of their hands and the other guesses which hand it is in. Halfway through the game, Laborg left the game. I felt a little appreciation towards the old man. Later, Charbonneau finally won the game, and therefore my hand in marriage. The weeks went by without anything eventful happening. I made more moccasins and made more breakfast for Charbonneau. I had learned to strongly dislike him, especially when Lewis and Clark came. They were Americans looking for a route to something they called the Pacific Ocean. They called Charbonneau and me to come with them to help them buy horses, so we agreed. I also felt a new and weird feeling for the adventurer named Clark, which would grow stronger and stronger throughout our journey. Right before we were to leave, I had Charbonneau's baby. We named him Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, but I secretly called him Miko. I instantly fell in love with him, and I felt that I had turned older and more responsible. I vowed to protect him with my life and would not fail like I had with Running Deer. We finally set off. We passed uncharted rivers, mountains, and valleys. Lewis kept note of it all in his journal, as well as keeping samples of plants and animals undiscovered by the Americans. My feelings for Clark grew stronger. He was strong and determined and not abusive like Charbonneau. Louis also seemed like a good friend to have and was more than willing to be there for me. We traveled on until we finally reached a great waterfall. Louis said this was important because it showed us which river to take. After a full year, we finally reached the Pacific Ocean. Even Charbonneau jumped in the water in joy. Our journey was finally over, and so was one of the greatest times of my life.
So I stand tall, it gets a little better. I see the wall that we can break down together.